button. There shouldn't just be a functionless button. All right, I can't give any feedback on it. Is this supposed to happen? Hold out. So I'm not an expert. I think it's a little hard. I think it's a little hard to buy something if it's sold out. Yeah, dude, nothing. Nothing got the refresh. I mean, I'm clearly it was working at one point, but this is why it's important to QC your stores, guys. Okay, so pretty standard, advertorial to PDP structure there. Maybe it's just me silly American. Holy shit, what is that word? That is crazy. Oh wow. Swedish is such a crazy language. Okay, bro. So this is what I think is happening with you. Again, I still don't know like which one is your CTR on, which one is your CTR link, but either way, they're both bad. So if you're running native statics, you should have 23%. Okay, thank you. Um, that's actually really important data. So if his CTR all is 23%, but his CTR link is 2.7, that's a ratio issue between the CTR link and CTR all, which means that the body of the copy is not congruent enough to get people to click. So like his hook is really, really good, right? Getting people to actually read, but to get them to finish the copy and actually click, that's the breakdown right now. And his CTR all should be, sorry, CTR link should be no more than like a 4-to-1 ratio from CTR all, 5-to-1 absolute max. Right now he's at a 10-to-1, 12-to-1, 10-to-1, around there. So Mustafa, you need to improve your body specifically in the ad copy. That's going to be the main thing. I can't really, I don't, I don't speak Swedish, so I can't give a ton of advice on the copy of the advertorial. Just make sure that your advertorial CTR, so the people that click through the advertorial to the PDP, is ideally above like 20%, around like 25%. So if you can get some transparency on the data there, if that is good, if it's on Shopify, you'll have to use the Shopify analytics to see it. Then you know that the advertorial is not the problem and it's really a ad issue. I think it's an ad issue either way, personally, because when you run native static guys, you have to understand the copy and the creative itself plays such a large role in the conversion rate of your store. Like the ad can increase your conversion rate. Something that's outside of your funnel can increase the conversion rate of that funnel. And that's one of the more difficult things to solve, and that's what most people struggle with native statics. But I'm pretty confident that's what's happening with you, bro. So yeah, fix that and monitor that add to cart rate. You got to see that bad boy go up to like 7-8%, bro. And a lot of that is controlled on the ad side. All right, cool. Christian, you here? Don't edit the copy, but rather create new ads. I never edit existing ads ever, like never. I always do new ones and then launch them fresh. Christian, I don't see here in the call. So let's go to uh Sean. What's up? What's up? All righty, Sean. 20 days, 2K in spend, 6.4% CTR all, 3.6% CTR link. 1.3 CPC. You're right, dude. Thank you. 3.1K, 27% CTR all, 11%. Holy shit. Oh my God, dude. What an interesting set of data. $146 CPMs in the pest control niche. 11% CTR link with 27%, like with these metrics, still paying $1.50 in US. $35 price point. Okay, let's keep going. 3K. I'll put you at a just under 1x ROAS. Add a cart to purchase ratio. No shot. No shot. It's that. Uh, just so you guys are aware, that's of all the people that added the cart, how many purchased? Like these two numbers can't coexist. 48%. Okay, cool. And then this one is probably accurate. This is out of all the people that landed on your main landing page right after you drive traffic there, how many of them add the cart? Holy shit, that's crazy. All right. Campaign was previously profitable in time frame before data filled in its form. Mid-2020 spend was this with 1.8 ROAS. Wow. However, in recent days, Best Buy ROAS shopping, turn off port for running ads, ROAS shopping further. Currently, other policy campaigns seek advice. Okay. Do you remember your CPMs during that time, like the 20th through the 28th? Because for me, the pest control niche, you should not have CPMs that are $150. I pay lower CPMs than that in like health and wellness, in beauty, in freaking weight loss. Shit. My current plan is to relaunch the campaign targeting a broader array of angles in contrast to previous strategy where I'll trap with curiosity, click on add to one avatar. The strategy makes sense, or am I missing something? Okay. And then, so if you have something like this where you were performing really well, and then it just slowly fell off a cliff, I really believe that Facebook is like a cause and effect machine. Every output has to have some sort of input to generate it. And so there must have been something that you did or that was adjusted inside of your account that caused your ROAS to drop off a fucking cliff so aggressively for you to be so profitable. 1.7, 1.8. Yeah, literally 1.8 to having days that is 0.26. I don't think that happens randomly. So what was the exact day, bro? Because we have to figure out what happened. If it was as simple as turning off, you said turned off previously winning ads less ad sets. So why? Why did you turn off previously winning ads? Because if you only have like one or two winners and you end up turning those off, then naturally, and you don't have like any backup winners at the time, then naturally the results will definitely go down. Have you tried returning that particular ad back on? Other things I would look at your events manager to make sure that nothing happened in regards to your pixel conversion events being sent from somewhere else. Uh, I've definitely been down the rabbit hole regarding that. So make sure your browser and server side events are still firing properly. Another thing that I saw, not actually, I think it was in this exact time frame. Have you identified that? Have you identified that Facebook is perhaps overspending on particular placements. Have you looked into that? So one thing I noticed, I've heard this happen to a lot of people over the last week. Facebook starts to way overspend, typically on like one or two placements that are very, very unprofitable. And it wasn't previously like this, like this one placement for at least in like one of my brands, this one ad account that this happened to actually, it was roughly like 10 to 20% of the total spend, and then it jumped to like 30, 40% of total spend in the entire account. And that is the audience fucking network. Do you want to check your account to see if maybe you're overspending on the audience network? In fact, everybody listening to this call, you can go into your ad account, go to the ad account settings, and go to placement exclusions. And you can exclude the audience network at the account level. So like you don't have, so like you can still run Advantage Plus and stuff like that. Uh, I recommend everybody does that because it can be an unprofitable placement. And it's one of the only, in fact, it's the only placement that you can actually exclude at the account level. I would definitely check that. If it's not that, it's very possible it was that winning creative, in which case I'll try to turn that back on. And even if that one isn't directly profitable, if that over the span of like a few days increases the total profitability of the account, then you can confidently conclude that that's what was causing the issues in the first place. But you're gonna have to give it at least like 2 days, I would say. Like if you don't see better results in like 2 days, I would just cut it. But if this ever happens to me, what I do and what I have trained my media buyers to do is to literally follow like a checklist. I'll probably make this checklist like somewhat public eventually, but right now, just you have to figure out what happened on the specific day that changed things so substantially. Was it something Facebook side, like with the conversion events, with the pixel, with browser side, server side, maybe sending, which happens all the time. Oh, what's the fucking word for it? Basically, like hacking somebody's pixel, where you can send events to their browser pixel and trigger their browser pixel from other domains. You can 100% do that, and some people do it. Recommend sticking to previous spend levels. I mean, you're spending like what, 500 to 700 bucks a day. Yeah, because if you make changes to the you like the CBO budget or the ABO budgets, whatever you were running, then that's a whole additional set of optimization that you would have to worry about. That's an additional variable that could potentially skew the results of this test. You should know pretty quickly. But before you go and like just activate everything again, bro, you should do a deep dive in your account, try to identify what happened. Anytime this happens, I can identify it down to like one specific metric. Like, for example, from May 20th to May 28th, what was your add to cart rate then? What was your, because maybe everybody was getting like the fucking textbook way that I know that it's a traffic issue and it's something that happened on Facebook is the add to cart rate is the same. The add to cart to purchase rate is like the number one thing that drops. Like all the ad metrics are the same, CPC, CPMs, everything the same, but they get to the checkout and dip. That is like the number one giveaway that is a traffic issue. I've been through that so many times. Outside of that, bro, I don't think I have any any feedback here because I think that this is one of those technical Facebook issues that you have to go into the data and figure out what actually caused this. Because I'm not going to be able to see it from these pretty elementary metrics here because I can't see like the before and the after. But I'd have like literally two windows open, have Shopify and Facebook open on both of them. Be like, this is the before, this is the after, and like try to it's like a fucking spot the differences game. And you can usually identify things that way. Like if there's not a big difference in CPMs, which sounds like there wasn't, okay, we can rule that out. What about CTR all, CTR link, CPMs? What about frequency? What about cost per 3 second video view if you're running video ads? What about the data on Facebook versus the data on Shopify? Yeah, cool. Cool. Sounds good, bro. Alrighty, Alex, you ready? All right. Wow. Holy shit. It's a big difference. Hmm. Fucking go, bro. Yeah, this is a amazing first sentence, guys. My old ad account got restricted on 29th of May. It was a rejected ads thing we talked about. I was forcing spend on rejected ads. Uh, dude, it's okay if you get ad rejections. It's all a matter of like the ratio. So anytime you get an ad rejected, make sure that you edit the ad into something compliant, republish it, and then turn off the ad. And then after you've done that, you need to go launch at least like 10 super vanilla ads so that your approval ratio is under 10%. Sorry, your rejection ratio is under 10%. Approval ratio over 90%. So if it was 40 ads that got rejected, that means you have to launch like 400 vanilla ads. But I wouldn't do that now. I mean, things are working on this new account. That's great. So this weekend is profitable. 391 spent 10 orders, $39 CPA, 181 ROAS. I mean, that's great. Nice. Nice, bro. Good, good. So, in your opinion, click-through rate is still too low. So it is a little low, but you're also running in Mexico with $22 CPM. So you have to take into account that naturally your metrics are going to be lower. And ultimately, what matters is the CPC, and your CPC is healthy. I feel like with Mexico, it could definitely be a lot cheaper though. I think you could probably get close to like 50 cent CPC. Yeah, and that ratio is not ideal. Not necessarily sell more. It's like sell better. But I would agree. I would agree. Specifically the ratio, bro, because your KPI of CTR all, I mean, your CTR all number in general is actually within KPI. It's more so the body copy that needs to be better. There's a huge gap between add to cart and orders. It doesn't really look like it. The 23% add to cart to purchase ratio, that's not terrible. I mean, my KPI is 30%. You're you're not that far below that. So I would not agree with this second point. I think that's totally normal for running in like a second world country or whatever Mexico is. Every time I try to scale past 1K a day, everything falls apart. Ads aren't good enough on the cold traffic yet. They're more in middle of funnel than true top of funnel. When you look at my ads, what do you change? Probably true. I think I can lift my advertorial CTR2. CTR2. I update foundational doc release. I'm going to rewrite two pre-language on new doc and split test. Would you build separate pre-landers for different awareness levels, so more funnels? I wouldn't think of it that deeply. Whatever is your main awareness level, like you can run up that one awareness level, bro. Uh you could like run that one awareness level up to like 7 figures. So you said like main prelander advertorial. What's it? I'm not sure I understand the difference. Oh yeah, I remember because this one isn't even like an advertorial. This one is like basically like a sales page. I remember that. Did you ever test just making this into like a full-blown real sales page where they can add the cart from? Performed worse? Okay, then you need to make this page. Hmm. This is so weird, bro. It's like an advertorial, but it's not. Use more data. What does it actually say? And your CTR on this page, that's the one that you said was 20%. Man, that's good. That's good. How many other pages, like how many variations of this page have you did? Not necessarily variations, but this style of prelander in general. I would recommend testing those because what is the CTR of this page, this advertorial? Is this the one you said was 5.1%? I don't think I'm ever going to read this headline and not laugh at it. And how's the performance of the overall advertorial funnel here? What was the ROAS? What was the ROAS of the advertorial funnel? So they enter through this page, they go to the sales page. What was the ROAS of that one? You know, ROAS? Okay, how much did it spend? We got to get to the data, man, because I'm trying to figure out if Like the fact that this page is working the best is interesting because it's like an advertorial, but it's not. It's like a sales page, but it doesn't reveal the price. It's like a legitimate pre-sales page, like, but it needs to have some role because it's fulfilling some role that your PDP doesn't. But if this one is converting just as well on a CTR basis, I'm wondering if it's also competing on the ROAS as well. So how much did you spend on this page? Did $838 in sales, and you don't know how much is spent. What if it spent like $100? It could be like your most profitable funnel by far. You got to see. I think that'll probably be the answer right there, bro. While you're pulling that data, to answer your other question about markets, I think it's a distraction right now. Dude, you got to give me a number, please. Half the spend in the new campaign. I have no idea. But about the markets, I think that's a distraction, man. I mean, Mexico can be a 300K per month kind of market for you. Okay, Alex, for time purposes, I have to move on, but I have a feeling that that advertorial funnel that you wrote, this one, may actually be your most profitable funnel, and you're not funneling enough spend to it. Like it has a very healthy CTR, 20%, decent. I think you could even get it. I think you could 100% get it up, no pun intended, with better headlines, better advertorials. I really do think you could get it up. But yeah, once you find that number, I'll come back to you. All right, Junior, you here? Junior, bro, what up? All right, Junior, 13 days, 1,000 spend, 21% CTR, all 3.6% CTR link, $47 CPM supplement for women with inflammation in the UK. Buy one get two free, 45 pounds, 653 revenue, 122 CPA, 1.39% conversion rate, $45 AOV. Add a card to purchase. Yeah, bro, you're at like it's not pretty. It's this 0.5%. Yeah. So point. I did that right, right? 4%. 4%. 8 purchases, 0.5 growth, 1.3 break. All right. Okay. Mhm. Uh, okay. So you say your metrics are always decent. Your metrics are not decent. On the ad side, they definitely need to be better. They're not quite within KPI. Your CPC is it's a little bit too high, but I agree that your bigger issue is definitely on the funnel side. So that could be an ad problem, could be a funnel problem. So let's try to find out. Are you are you driving traffic directly to PDP? All the traffic direct to PDP? Or advertorial first for all of it? Advertorial first, okay. Jesus. Nice, nice first image, bro. Hmm. Hmm. Tell me about your market. What age? Obviously female. What age? Rheumatoid arthritis. That's got to be like 55 plus is like the dominant market, right? Okay, so you're selling to women that are over the age of 55 predominantly, yet your text is tiny. I would up this to a minimum 18 pixel font. It's also not formatted like an advertorial. Like it doesn't actually represent what a legit